Hi and welcome back. Today we're continuing a little bit of the refine the practice. So you're going to need your blocks and a strap for today's class, and let's begin in child's pose. So for this child's pose, I'm going to have you curl your toes under. Big toe torture. And then slowly sit your hips back. So the big toes don't really get enough love. Neither do really all the toes. They get trapped in the foot cast all day. So now that we've liberated the foot from the foot cast, let it start to open, the toes stretch. And then lift up halfway, and we'll do the twisting mobility. Inhale to open up your chest. Exhale, slide your arm. It's all wet here. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, roll through. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, roll through. Hold there or stretch your left arm over. So this is such a good exercise because of what I mentioned about the thoracic spine in that last video. This is a real twisting the thoracic spine is a great way to help to mobilize it. Come back up. And the reason that we're half crouched back, not like this, is it tends to block the movement coming from the lumbar. Inhale to reach up. Exhale. Inhale to reach up. Notice how I brace my rib cage a bit as I twist open, as opposed to letting everything sink. And then twist and hold. Come back. Round your back. Now we're going to try this one for the wrist. Turn your hands around so that your thumbs point out to the side. If that feels like too much on your wrist, just turn the hands halfway, like so. But otherwise from here, round your back. And then go into extension. Exhale to round. Inhale into extend. Exhale to round. Inhale into extend. And then come to neutral. Turn your hands around. Last opening stretch here with the toes pointed back. Stretch your hips back, keeping the spine elongated so you're not collapsing. And then walk your hands over to the right. Ooh. Oh, geez. And over to the left. Oh, latissimus dorsi. Oh man, it gets tight back there. Breathe into the side of your armpit. Breathe into the side of your rib cage. Come back to center. Stretch into downward facing dog. We'll do a few sun salutes to warm up. Walk your feet forward. We'll bend your knees, let your head drop. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. You can use your blocks or not, up to you. Step back into plank pose. Hold in your plank, engage your core. Raise your left leg up an inch if you can maintain the plank. Change, raise your right leg up an inch. Set that foot down. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back to plank. Hold here. Brace your core. Turn on your legs. Raise your right leg up an inch. Change. Left leg up. Set that foot down. Stretch back into down dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms to your side. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step your left leg back into a lunge and lower your knee down. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back, downward dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale the knee to your chest. Pull up. Push the floor down. Step your foot up. This is also a great way to practice if it's difficult to step. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step forward. Inhale, chair pose. Stand, Samastiti. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step your right leg back, lower your knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Push the floor down, hollow out. Now make sure that you're not just, what do people do here? Oh, they just hunch their back here in the neck. Instead, keep your shoulder blades spread and then tuck from your ribs. That's what we want to do. And then step your foot up to your thumb. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stand, Samastiti. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back to down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Hold here. Bring right knee to right elbow. Change, left knee to left elbow. Pick up the pace. Stabilizing from your shoulders and your core. And then go opposite elbow, twisting from the middle, but trying to keep the shoulders pretty steady. Then set your knees down with your toes curled under. Sit back on your heels. Sit tall. Then take your right hand behind your back from under, left hand from above. Spread your chest open. Change sides. Put your left hand onto your lower back, right hand behind your head. Elbow, shoulder want to fall in. Roll the chest open like you're pressing your elbow back against the wall. Open your front of your left shoulder at the same time. Release that. Second part of our shoulder warm up. Let's do side planks. So with your knees down, we're going to alternate side to side. Open up, take your left arm up, right knee down, right hand down. Change. Left hand, left knee down, twist open. Now find your mountain pose line. Tailbone, crown, back ankle. Change sides. If you want to make it more challenging, then do it without the knee down. You'll swivel your feet over and then take your arm up, like so, and go side to side. But I'll just keep demonstrating with the knee down so I can show someone who's working more on their alignment and trying to open up. If you're doing the strengthening version, make sure that you're strengthening good posture. You're not hunching over as we go side to side. So it's not this one. Last round. And then lie down onto your belly. Strap behind your back. Lift up modified locust. Press the tops of the feet down. Reach back your big toe. Stretch through the big toe nails. Hug the outer ankles in. So tight ankles will want to sickle like so. Instead, reach back through the big toes. Now lower your chest just a bit more. Lift your shoulder heads, the shoulders away from the ground. Feel the blades come on the back. Feel the backs of the armpits, backs of the shoulders turn on. Now let go of that strap. Slide your hands next to your side ribs with the fingers pointed back. Keep your legs active. Keep growing your spine, tail reaching back, heart forward. Then turn your hands around, press into up dog or hold low cobra. Stretch back to down dog. Feels so good. Stretch and open up. Opening up the energy channels that way, practicing consciously instead of creating more tension for the energy channels. Walk your feet forward. Remember, you can use the blocks for this part. It helps you to clear the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Now take your feet outer hips distance apart. Hold your big toes. As you inhale, slowly lower your hips down. Lift your heart. Pull your chest up. And as you exhale, straighten your legs. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, slowly control yourself down. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, slowly lower down. Now from the bottom of the squat, you can support your heels. If your heels don't go down, slide the back of the right shoulder to the right knee and then twist open. Change sides. Back of the shoulder to the left knee. Twist open. Change sides. Change sides. Come back to center. Hands to prayer position. Hold here in your squat or go into crow pose. So I'm just going to show the preparation for crow. First, I bring the feet together and I see how deep I could get, hooking the knees up by the armpits. And then I'm just going to hold, working on the flexibility position. If I already have it, Got the spine all lengthened and rounded. I can lean into my hands and try to lift up. Set your feet back down. Sit into boat pose. Lower into low boat pose. Taking the spine into flexion. Hold the rib cage in. Hold the abdominals in. Come back up into boat pose. Practice for Utplutahi. Levitating. Put your hands down, lift your butt up. Now in this pose, your spine is in flexion, but make sure that it's flexing evenly. Whole spine is round evenly. Pull up, push your hands down. Lower your butt, come into Navasana. If you have the hip and hamstring flexibility, you might be able to straighten your legs. Lower Ardha Navasana. Squeeze those low abs in, ribs in. Some kids trying to say hi. Come back up. Change the cross of the legs, hands down, pick up. Navasana. Ardha Navasana. Right leg up, hands up and over to the outside of the right leg. Change. Change. And change. Back to center. Come back up in the boat. Cross your legs, pick up and jump back. Go through a vinyasa or just stretch right back into down dog. All right, block it up or chair it up, depending on what helped you to step. So the stepping is a good rule, or not rule, but gauge of how much mobility you have. If you can step easily, you might not need as much. Inhale into a flat back. Then step your back foot a little bit closer, turn your heel down. And then let's see if we can straighten the right leg. Now bring one of your blocks right in front of your right big toe. And then from here, so we should have the neutral spine. We're not hunched over at all. You might even need two blocks, one block on top of the other. Then you bring your right hand to your hip. Deepen your right hip crease as you push your right big toe mound down. Turn the back ribs down so that the front ribs can spin up. And then take your arm up once you're steady. Bring your hand back down. And then step back into downward facing dog or out of vinyasa. Now in many of the yoga books, it'll say to line up your feet like heel to arch or heel to ankle. Change side, step your left foot up. Set up your back heel. But they didn't know anything about anatomy back then. No, that is fine if you are super open and you want to challenge and make the challenge your balance in the pose to improve your balance muscles. But if your hips are tighter, hips, legs, whole body, and you don't sit on the floor all the time, you don't practice sitting on the floor, like you have to sit in a chair all the time, your body is not going to be able to do that. So I recommend having more space. Have your feet about hip distance or shoulder distance apart. Right hand to the block, thumb to your hip crease, start to turn. Now, if you have dedicated your life to practicing yoga and you've given up sitting in chairs, you have so much flexibility, mobility, then that's fine. You can go on the tightrope, go heel to heel. Practicing 3 hours a day, bring your hands down and step back. Bend your knees and look forward, step or hop to the top. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Hi. Bring your left hand to your hip. Twist, hook your elbow to your knee without your left knee sinking forward. Instead of seeing how far over you could twist, push down through your elbow, lengthen through your thoracic, shift the weight into your right foot, step your left leg back. Bring your hands down, step back, downward dog or take a vinyasa. Bend knees, step or hop to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Sit back in a chair. Raise your right arm, left hand to your hip, and twist. Press elbow down. Feel the length through your spine. Draw your right knee back. Shift weight into your left foot. Step your right leg back. Hands down, step back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Then set your knees down, cross your legs and sit back. Sit with your legs wide apart, Upavista Konasana. With your hands back behind you, roll your shoulder heads open. You can sit on a block if it's difficult to sit upright here. Then bring your left leg into Janu, Shavasana position. Turn to face your left knee, smooth the left thigh down away from you. Then take your right hand along your right inner leg. Take your left arm up and over. Sit down through your left sit bone. And then either hook your hand behind your head or reach with your hand all the way over for your foot. Breathe through your nose. Breathe down into your belly. Come back up. And change sides. Turn to face the right knee, smooth the thigh down and away. And then reach out over your left leg. Now sit down through the right sit bone, keep it grounded as you reach over. And come back up. Take your right leg wide. Tip from your pelvis, keeping a flat back. See if you can hook your big toes. Inhale to elongate. Exhale to go deeper if the flat back's coming easily. Inhale back up. Then lie on your back for final spinal twist. Open your arms out to the side. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Shift your hips over to the right a little, and then slowly let the legs go over to the left. Bring the knees, hips back to center. Change the cross of your legs. Hips over to the left, knees over to the right. Knees, hips back to center. Stretch your legs out for Shavasana, corpse pose. Those blocks in the way. I think about blocks and they're always in the way. Let your feet fall open. Let your palms turn up. Take one last deep breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs from the bottom up to the top. Pause at the top and let it all out. Relax, let go. Bend your knees and we'll over to your side. Press yourself up to seated. Bring your palms together. Thank you. Namaste.